All right, that's a little bit better. All right, what's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the special Friday broadcast. Obviously, I'm brought to you guys by Gorilla Mind Rush. Guys, be sure and pick that up at donovansharp.com/Gorilla Mind Rush. I'm also sponsored by Four Sigmatic Coffee. Four Sigmatic coffee, mushroom coffee with lion's mane and chaga. I actually use that to kick off the Gorilla Mind Rush. You can get that as well. All right, let's go ahead and get this party started. Yes, we're back, Whiskey to Dawn. So, I got an email from a viewer, and I'm gonna read the email, and I'm gonna answer his question. But his email actually made me think of something that I've actually thought for a while. And this is why men should not. This is why men who get cheated on should never be upset with the side dude. This is why men. This is why women should never be, or men should never be upset with the paramour, if if she happens to cheat. So John writes in. He says, "Hey man, love the YouTube. Got a question I probably know the answer to, but I want to hear your take." He asks, "Why do women get so pissed at other women when the man cheats on them?" I saw a video. Woman confronts side bitch when the man cheats on them. I saw a video and was effing around. I don't see dudes do this. My view, dudes will say, "Okay, there's more women." If the woman does this, or betas will kill themselves but never confront, thanks to what you do. Now, first off, the reason why girls confront the side chick or the side bitch is because women know women. Women know how they are. They get mad at the boyfriend. Don't get me wrong. They'll certainly get mad at their boyfriends or husbands, but most of their anger is correctly placed on the girl. What you guys have to understand is that women understand their true nature, and they acknowledge not the nature that they push to us in the media, not the whole sugar spice and everything nice, women are virtuous creatures, etc., blah 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 blah, but when they're around each other, they will acknowledge the fact that they cheat, the fact that they lie, the fact that all of the unflattering things about women that they deny publicly, they acknowledge to each other all the time. Well, this manifests itself when, of course, they catch their man, their husband, or their boyfriend cheating. This is why they confront. This is why they confront the women. Again, they'll throw and kick and holler and scream at the boyfriend, but their anger, I would probably say maybe 90 to 95% of their anger, and that's just an arbitrary number, but 90 to 95% of their anger is correctly placed on the woman. I talked yesterday about a girl who was pregnant by her boyfriend's best friend, possibly. She cheated on the boyfriend, had unprotected sex with the best friend. Well, the boyfriend found out about it. I don't know how he reacted, but a lot of men in that situation, and this is the outlier, a lot of men in that situation would be correctly upset with the best friend. That's the one outlier. If it's your best friend or your brother or somebody you're related to or anybody who knows that that you are with that woman, that woman is your wife or girlfriend, okay, you have a right to be upset. He knows that you guys are in a committed relationship and he decided to sexually pursue your woman anyway. I understand that. I understand that anger placed towards that guy. But if it's just some random dude, there's no reason for you to be upset with that guy. Now, going back to John's question, girls know and acknowledge their true nature. Girls also know that their friends will sleep with their boyfriends behind their back and feel not an ounce of guilt about it. This is why girls act accordingly when they do this. And it's interesting. A lot of girls accuse each other of having a fake boyfriend. Like, let's just say that there's like a group of four girls, right? They're all friends, and one of their friends, Heather, is talking about this wonderful, awesome boyfriend that she has, but they've never met him, right? She told all of her friends that his name is Chris, but she won't tell him a last name. She won't bring Chris around her friends. Well, her friends start to think to themselves, wow, Heather, I think Heather's boyfriend is fake. I don't think Chris really exists. Oh no, Chris absolutely exists. It's just that Heather knows that Stephanie and Anna and Brianna will stop at nothing to sleep with her boyfriend Chris if given half the chance. Women understand each other's nature. They understand their true nature, and so they act accordingly and keep their boyfriends and husbands away from their friends. Unfortunately, men don't really follow suit. Men, for whatever reason, and I talked about this extensively yesterday, men don't understand that that no matter how long you've been friends with someone, no matter how well you think you know them, no matter how much you love your best friend, no matter how much your best friend loves you, guys, I'm here to tell you, man, relationships and lifelong friendships have been destroyed because of women. Men do not seem to understand that this is a common occurrence. It's not it's not something that, how can I put this? It's not something that it's not something that happens all the time. Relative, now we hear about it all the time because there are a lot of relationships, but relative to the number of times that we acknowledge that it happens compared to the number of times that it does happen, yeah, it happens a lot more often than we think. So to answer John's question, the reason why women confront the side bitches is because women do their level best to keep their high value husbands, high value, low value men away from other women because they know how other women are. See, women, for the most part, women don't give a damn about your relationship status. If a woman is aroused by you, it doesn't matter if you're married, it doesn't matter if you have a boyfriend, it doesn't matter if you have a girlfriend, it doesn't matter if you're in a committed relationship, it does not matter. If a woman, and she'll act like she is concerned, oh well, you have a girlfriend, you're married, so I can't I can't really mess with you. They'll only do that for so long, but if a woman is aroused enough, eventually she will sleep with you. Guys, I think we are a little bit different. Listen, using myself as an example, man, I mean, dude, when I was in Vegas, I slept with countless girls, countless one night stands, countless random hookups. And half the time, I didn't even know the relationships. Probably more than half the time, I didn't even know the relationship status. So the reason why you shouldn't be upset, that's, I guess, reason number one why you should never really be upset with the side dude if your woman cheats on you, is because he probably doesn't know about you, right? Like your wife or your girlfriend probably didn't tell the side dude that she does indeed have a boyfriend or a husband. Again, use myself as an example. I didn't know half the time. So if and you listen, you guys can probably say the same thing. I'm sure you guys have hooked up with countless randos, one night stands, whatever, and you didn't know what the relationship status was. And if we're keeping it all the way real, we didn't ask because we didn't want to really know the answer. Like I don't take pride in knowing I've slept with a lot of wives and girlfriends. A lot of girls have cheated with me. Don't get me wrong. I'm not proud of it. I'm not going to sit here and brag about it. Hey, I fucked a lot of wives and girlfriends. Good for me. Nah. By the same token, it's not really something I'm ashamed of either. If a girl has a for sale sign on, listen, and I'm a potential buyer, I'm going to put in my bid whether there is a family in there renting or not. This is just how all men are. I remember watching the show Martin a while back. Probably the mid to late 90s. And I remember he had suspected Gina was sleeping with somebody. And I remember, I'll never forget this scene. He walks in and he's all, "What the hell is going on?" And listen, it's all fun and games. It's Martin and he's doing, he's doing all this other kind of stuff. And this and that and the other. He gets his little stuffed dog and this and that and the other. And he's like, "Gina," he's like, "I'm gonna deal with you in a minute." And he says to the other guys, he says to the guy who's in there, he says, "Listen, I got no problem with you. You were just being a man." And that's exactly what this is. Men are gonna be men, guys. This is how it is. If a female makes herself available, if a female gives you indicators of interest, if a female shoots off losing signals, IOIs, if her body language is telling you that she is sexually interested in you, then guess what? 9 out of 10 men, we are going to pursue that. Now, if she has on a wedding ring and you pursue her anyway, that's on you, right? Just because you see a wedding ring, if you ask her, "Hey, are you married?" If she has on a wedding ring, the answer is probably yes. But if she doesn't bother to take off the wedding ring, it would behoove you to say, all right, well, this woman's married. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and endorse having intentionally having sex with married women. If you know she's married, my advice would be, if you know that she has a husband, my advice would just be, listen, there's too many women out there to be, to be banging, wives and girls, to be banging another man's wife. There's just no reason to do that. Like I said, I've done it plenty of times. It's not something I'm proud of, but it's not something I'm ashamed of either. Listen, it's just like my arrest record, my arrest and criminal record, right? I'm a multiple time felon. I'm just going to keep it all the way real. It's not something that I broadcast, it's not something that I'm proud of, but I'm certainly not ashamed of it either. If somebody checks my criminal record, if they ask me straight up, "Hey Donovan, have you ever been arrested or convicted?" Yeah, yes, yes, and yes. Right? I'm not going to broadcast it. I'll tell you if that. I'll tell you if I'm asked, but I'm not just gonna. By the same token, I'm not gonna just shy away from it either. That's the way I feel about sleeping with married women. Now, as far as now, you can't really know if a woman isn't. If a woman doesn't have a wedding ring on and you don't know, and you find out later, there is nothing you can do about that, right? But going back to what I was saying about Martin Lawrence telling Gina's supposed paramour, "You were just being a man." That's what this comes down to, right? That's what this comes down to. He says, "I got no problem with you. You were just being a man." Guys, boys will be boys. Like, this is just, and a lot of people, oh, misogyny, boys will be boys. So at the end of the day, guys, what this comes down to is too many men blame the men that they're cheating with, right? There's absolutely no, like when a guy finds out that his girlfriend or his wife is cheating, there's no anger towards the wife. He is mad at her paramour. Now, at least he's outwardly mad at the paramour. He's definitely upset with her, but the reason why he doesn't show that anger is because he's afraid of her. That's the problem, right? Men really know that they should be blaming their wives and girlfriends for cheating, but because they're afraid to really place blame where it needs to be placed, they go after men. Guys, we're all on the same team here. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. If the guy knows that you're married, if he knows you have a girlfriend, or if he, or if it's someone you know, brother, cousin, best friend, somebody you work with who knows you're married, that's a different story. But most of the time, women a lot of times will cheat with someone that her boyfriend or husband knows. But I think that most of the time they cheat with someone her boyfriend or husband doesn't know so that he doesn't find out. Tinder, hookup apps, Ashley Madison, weekend trips in Vegas, et cetera, et cetera. I have slept with so many women in their mid 30s who are in Vegas for a convention or in Vegas for some sort of work event, girls' weekend. Guess what? These women take off their wedding rings. Listen. If you take a stroll down the Las Vegas Strip, you will see that most women, whether they're married or not, don't wear wedding rings. And if a woman doesn't wear a wedding ring, there's really nothing you can do about it. But to keep it all the way real, right? Listen, if a woman is giving off a married vibe, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this woman is probably married, so I'm not going to ask, so I don't have to have that on my conscience. But when it comes down to it, do not blame the paramour. Don't blame the guy that your woman cheats with. There are two people that you need to lay blame with. The first person is her because she decided to cheat. The next person is yourself, right? That's how this is. Some girls are going to cheat, guys, no matter what. It doesn't matter how high your value is. It doesn't matter. Dude, you could be king dingling. You could be worth 8 figures and this and that and the third. Listen, is it likely a girl is going to cheat on you? Probably not. It's probably unlikely. That doesn't mean it's impossible. Some girls are just going to cheat no matter what. And because most people, I don't know anyone who's a millionaire. Well, actually, I know 2 millionaires, right? But most people I know aren't millionaires. Most people I know don't have, movie star looks. Most people I know aren't that super alpha 10 high value guy. Most guys aren't really super high value. So for the rest of men like us, it would behoove us to stay on our P's and Q's, make sure you keep your value as high as it needs to be kept. And that doesn't guarantee that your wife or girlfriend won't cheat on you, but it reduces the odds. That's just how it is. But like I said, some girls cheat no matter what. But when she does, that's on y'all. That's on your girl, and that's on you. Your girl cheated because she's a hoe, okay? which means that you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. Turned a hoe into a housewife. You shouldn't have gotten with a woman who was overtly, flirtatious or slutty, et cetera, et cetera. But the other part of the responsibility falls on you as a man. I've been cheated on. Look, I talk all the time about my failed marriage to Darcy. Okay, Darcy was a bad wife, but guess what, guys? I was a terrible husband. I was out of shape. I was dishonest with her all the time. I was low value. I was fat. I mean, it just wasn't a good marriage. So while I can talk all the noise about, oh, Darcy was this and Darcy was that, guys, guess what? I am equally complicit in the demise of that relationship. That's just how it is. So at the end of the day, guys, and again, think about the girls that you've hooked up with, right? Think about the girls that you've hooked up with. I can't remember the last time I have asked a woman if she was married. If I saw a ring on her finger, I would assume that she's married. So if you sleep with a woman who happens to be in a relationship, if you sleep with a woman, chances are she's probably most women are in relationships, guys, but most women also cheat, which means that most hookups and random one night stands, are with women in relationships. This is how it is. And women are a lot of things. Stupid is not one of them. If they're going to cheat, if they are going to run around, they're going to make sure that they do it with someone their husband is not likely to know. So those are the main reasons you should never really blame the side dude if your girl runs around and cheats on you. I'm gonna look in the chat here. By the way, guys, the red line is going to be on. Myself and Steve the Dean are going to be doing the red line tonight. Tonight's episode will be about why you should never argue with women. It'll be myself, Steve the Dean. We're working on a third, but we'll see what happens. It's definitely going to be myself and Steve the Dean. And then of course we have the Red Man group tomorrow at 11 a.m. So tonight, red line. It's a call-in show. So if you guys want to talk if you need advice from me, if you need advice from Steve the Dean, it's a call-in show. Open to the public, open lines. I do a call-in show on my channel every Sunday, but I only allow patrons to call in. Well, guess what? On Redline, anybody can call. Anybody can call. Okay, so let me go to the chat here. Oh, big thank you goes out to Heart Donor with the $10 super chat that just came in. I appreciate that, Heart Donor. Thank you. And listen, man, I appreciate every penny you guys donate, man. I really, really do. I really, really do, guys. All right, let us go to the top. Spoiled Milk says, that's bad karma, bro. Negative. Spoiled Milk. Gentlemen, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I guess because we're talking about cheating with wives. Ain't no such thing as karma, okay? What goes around does not come around, all right? If something bad happens to you, it's because of one of two things. Number one, probably because of a coincidence. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Number two, it's because of decisions that you make. And a lot of people say, oh, well, OJ got karma. He got away with killing Nicole, but then he got sent to prison for 9 years. No, OJ went to prison for 9 years because he made bad decisions. He trusted the wrong people and tried to pull and did a dumb thing by kidnapping a bunch of adults in a Vegas hotel room. OJ didn't go to prison because of karma. OJ went to prison because of stupidity. Okay? And here's another thing. If karma really did exist, this spoiled milk, if karma really did exist, then why is it that the better we treat women, the worse they treat us, right? If what went around really did come back around, then why is it that the men who treat women the worst get the best treatment, but then the men that treat the women the best get the worst treatment, right? If what goes around really comes around, then why is it that if a woman cheats on her husband and then files for divorce because she cheated on her husband and committed paternity fraud, why is she then rewarded in the court system? Because there's no such thing as karma. That's just all there is to it. There is no cosmic force that controls the courts. There's no cosmic force that controls things. What goes up must come. What goes up must come down. That's physics. There's no such thing as karma. There's no such thing as some cosmic force that balances. Listen, there are a lot of very good people in this world who do very good things. But guess what? Bad things happen to good people all the time, and good things happen to bad people. Why is that? That's just how it is. So listen, sometimes there are things that are just unexplainable. And a lot of guys like to try to make themselves feel better about the fact that their girl cheated on. Well, you know what? She cheated on me, but screw her. Karma's going to get the best of her. No, it's not. No, it's not. Even if you had a scenario where a guy was with a girl, she cheated on him, she left him because he found out she was cheating. She goes off, she gets an STD. Karma got the best of her. No, the reason she got the STD is not because she cheated on you. The reason she got the STD is because she had unprotected sex with a man who had an STD. It had nothing to do with cosmic forces. So all you do-gooders out here who want to get on people, oh, don't mess with girlfriends or wives, karma. Fuck you guys. Listen, any man who believes in karma that is a feminine trait. Only women believe in the cosmic and the unknown. No, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that, man. There is absolutely zero such thing as karma. And cause and effect is very different from karma, ranks 22. Cause, here's the cause. I drink the water. The effect is that the water goes into my stomach. Cause and effect are directly related to one another. Okay? A girl cheating on her boyfriend and then a week later getting hit by a car, she didn't get hit by a car because she cheated on her boyfriend. A bad thing didn't happen to someone because they did something bad. The only time karma really exists is if someone exercises some sort of retribution, right? Some sort of revenge. So let's say you go and you kill somebody, and then the brother of the person that you killed comes and kills you. That's not really karma, that's just revenge. They'll say, okay, well, he killed his brother, but then he got killed. That's karma. No, that's not karma. That's someone exercising revenge. That's just all there is to it. All right, let's continue on down the line here. Two Fly Drummer says, women seem to prefer married men. Ups the challenge. Yeah, George Costanza on Seinfeld. One time, I think there was one episode where he said he was going to wear a wedding ring because because girls hit on him more. And of course, he didn't know it at the time, but he was talking about the ironclad doctrine of peace pre-selection. Listen, if you wear a wedding ring, if you're married, that means that a woman out there thinks enough of you to put a ring on it. Big thanks goes out to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. Says no such thing as karma. Hell yeah, absolutely. Very good. Yeah, it sounds like Spoiled Milk was actually a woman. Spoiled Milk was a spoiled woman. Guys, if you believe in karma, you really need to rethink your masculinity. There's no such thing as karma. Carmato Haynes says it's her fault if she cheats. Yeah, it's partially her fault, you know. That's how it is. Andrew Peters says, come on, Donovan, if your girl cheats on you and the guy knows she is taken, that is out of order. Yes, I addressed that. Guess it comes down to the fact that all women are hoes 100%. I guess Andrew made that comment before I pointed out that I guess before I pointed out that if somebody knows you have a girlfriend, again, if it's a coworker, somebody you know, your friend, your cousin, if the man who is sleeping with your woman knows that you are in a relationship with her, that's foul play. And it's foul play if you do it too. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that I've slept with a lot of wives, right? But and half the time I didn't know that they were married. But yeah, I have still intentionally slept with women I knew were in long-term relationships. Sue me. That's how it is. Modern Life Dating is in the house. Good to see you in here, man. Scientitar Fragrance says, I know a billionaire who got divorced. Excellent. Greener grass says women cheated open book tests. That's funny. Bar Cayman 101 says, do girls cheat on alphas as well? Yeah, of course. Of course. And I don't like to use the word alpha because alpha seems kind of See, alpha, God, I don't want to get into this, but I try to stay away from the word alpha because anytime I use the word alpha, I get my detractors want to disagree with everything I say simply by picking apart what they believe their definition of alpha is. So, do girls cheat on high-value guys? Do girls cheat on rich guys? Good-looking guys? High-status guys? Yes. Yes. Shout out to whoever purchased Gorilla Mind Rush on my affiliate link again. This stream is brought to you by Gorilla Mind Rush and Four Sigmatic Mushroom Coffee Mix with lion's mane and chaga. I take this stuff literally every morning. Andre Silva's in the house. Haven't seen you in here in a while, my friend. Good to see you in here. All right. Dimitri Watt is in the house. Haven't seen you in here in a while. Good to see you. Dimitri Watt says vetting is great, but it's never 100% secure. You are never secure with any woman. Now, I agree with Donovan. It's best to vet still and maintain high value by hitting the gym and focusing on finance. Right, guys. Listen, there are no guarantees. I say this all the time. Devin could be cheating on me right now, and I'd be none the wiser, right? This is just how it is. There are no guarantees. All I can teach you guys is how to become the best versions of yourself. Becoming the very best versions of yourself, and maybe even a little bit better than that, that is attractive to attractive women. And Devin is watching. She literally just shot me a text that says she's not cheating. Okay. But all I can do is give you the tools that make it less likely for you to be cheated on. The higher your value, the more game you have, etc., the less likely it is that your woman is going to cheat on you. That doesn't guarantee that she won't. That just means that just decreases the odds. That's all this is. That's all this is. I don't know why. All right, very good. Mr. E 1976 is in the house. Super IT says karma is BS. Andre Silva seems to have drawn the ire of Kyle Mitchell. Man, Kyle and I came very, very close to actually meeting up when I was in South Florida, but I had a situation that I had to deal with down there. So Hashim Abdullah says it's not karma, it's consequences of bad decisions, cause and effect. There you go. That's it. There's no such thing as karma. Again, people like to lean on the concept of karma to make themselves feel better, right? So Donovan says he slept with married women. Karma's going to get you. What you've just told me is that your wife cheated on you with somebody else, and you are now, how can I put this? You are now this is sort of like you are now projecting that onto me. You're projecting the anger that you have for your unknown paramour onto me by telling me that karma is going to get you. There's no such thing as karma. I don't know why people. I don't know. I.A. Nerp says karma is an Indian thing. Coincidence? I don't know, maybe. But I'll tell you this: when it comes to things like yoga was invented in India. If yoga was invented in Houston, Texas, we'd call it stretching. But because it came from India, we call it yoga. We give it some fancy name. All yoga is stretching. It's highly effective stretching, but people in here asking me personal questions. You guys are not going to get those answers. Let's get a location check in, guys. If you would, everybody in the chat, if you would put in the city and state that you currently reside, city and state and country, just so that we can know where everybody is. I think this is a very good this is a very good way for like-minded men to be able to meet up. A lot of guys, send me a lot of emails. Hey, how can I find other like-minded men? How can I find red pill groups, etc., etc. This is the best way to do it. So, and here they come. Somebody asked me in the chat. He said, "Watch on my right hand." Yes, I wear my watch on my right hand because I am left-handed. I swear to God, man. I'll tell you what, man. It's so funny when people troll you, right? You're wearing your watch on your right hand? What's wrong with you, dude? These guys are fucking losers, man. Jesus Christ, they really are. Marcus Frazier with the $5 super chat. Let me scroll down here and see what he asked. Says Donovan, the raw fire you spit every day has morphed my entire perspective. So interesting being red pilled and watching the blue pill world. Yeah, absolutely, man. Listen, once you're unplugged from the matrix, like once you know the truth about women, man, there's some things that cannot be unseen. Can't be unseen. Now, let's see what we got here. Oh, wow. Got people from everywhere. Switzerland, Silver Spring, Maryland. Got Miami, Florida, New York, Chicago, Houston, Texas, Dallas, the Bay Area, Raleigh, North Carolina, Springfield, Missouri. Got someone from Austria. Spoiled Milk is from Austria. Columbia, South Carolina, Montreal, Canada, LA. Yeah, we got guys from all over. So if you see somebody lives either in or near your city and town, man, hit them up, man. You know, hit them up. We got Japan. Il Subliminal is in Las Vegas, the greatest city on earth. TC Does Comics asks an interesting question. He says, so is believing in religion or God a feminine trait since it's the unknown? You know, I've actually thought about that. And, oh God, what religion is basically believing in a deity, believing in a God, something you can't see, something you can't hear, just something that you know, based on what you've heard, you believe that there is a God. Is that a feminine trait? I don't know, but I will say this. Females are much more susceptible. Now, I don't want to use susceptible because I don't want to make it a bad thing. Females are much more likely to get involved with a religion based on what the strongest men think. That's really what that is. So if a particular religion has strong leaders and it's all in the cosmic and you can explain things away and everything is subjective, yeah. See, religion a lot of times is subjective, and this is why a lot of women like religion. Men like religion because it's structured, it's disciplined. You know, it really is literally just kind of used to control the people. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not commit adultery. You know what's interesting? When Devin and I first met, we had this conversation, and she says, "You know what, Donovan? Basically, from religion to religion, they're all different, but all religion is pretty much, listen, just do the right thing, be nice to people, be kind, don't steal, don't cheat, don't hit people. That's really all religion is, and if you do, you know, when you die, you go to a better place." Jamie Leslie says, if Devin is cheating on you, there's no hope for any of us. Oh my God. No, man, listen, I talk about this all the time, man. It's just, I'm not Superman. I'm not Captain fucking Alpha, you know. Okay, I've got more fans than the average man, and I make, you know, higher than the medium income, but the only difference between me and you guys, other than the fact that I'm on this side of the camera, is choice, you know. Dude, I used to be a loser. I used to be fat. I used to be bad with women. I just decided to be a better person. David Hunter says, with so many women cheating on their husbands, is marriage worth it anymore? Dude, marriage isn't worth it, period, but yes. Absolutely. Red Blizzard said, if my girl cheats on me, I'll let the side dude have her. I got a zero tolerance for that. That's very easy to say, right? It's very easy. Listen, you said the right thing. If my girl cheats, she's got to go. And when it comes down to it, she really does have to go. But you got to understand that the longer you're with a woman, the harder it is. And again, this is if you don't have, whether you have red pill awareness or not, it's going to be hard if your girl cheats on you to let her go, right? Okay, so you have zero tolerance for it, but to keep it all the way real, it's not going to be as easy as you think. That's just all there is to it. I mean, listen, we can all come in here and, oh, if my girl cheats and I kick her out. All right, that's fine. Let's see you do it. You know, I'm not saying that you wouldn't, Red Blizzard, but anybody can say anything. A lot of guys wonder why I put pictures of Devin and this and that and the other. It's because I show receipts, man. Like, dude, you guys go to my social media feeds. I've got pictures of women I've slept with all over the place. A lot of guys who do what I do say, "Oh yeah, I've slept with 100 women. I've slept with this many women," but they don't really have any receipts. And then, oh, my girl does whatever I want her to do, and she cooks and cleans. Just because they don't have receipts doesn't mean that they're not telling the truth. But the way I felt about it, if men are going to trust what I'm saying, if men are going to trust my guidance and advice, they need to see that it works. And there are a lot of my detractors who say, "Oh, he mentions Devin in every episode." The reason I do that is to give you guys real world examples, right? Like, again, it's in the beginning I did it to sort of brag, but now it's when I'm talking about anything conceptual within the construct of a sexual relationship, I use Devin as an example just so you guys can see that I really do it. I'm not, and again, this is the Sharpe reality. This isn't the Sharpe theory. I'm not talking theories here. This is real shit. This is just how it works. Shamari Henry's in the house. Good to see you in here, man. Marcus Frazier. Oh, wait, with the $5 super chat. I actually saw another super chat. Carlos the Great with the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. He says, Donovan, what do you think about guys who actively try and red pill women that move through their social circles? Is this a blue pill tactic? That's a very good question, Carlos. You can never red pill a woman. You can never, how can I put this? I'll put it to you this way. Devin believes in the red pill, right? She believes in red pill truth. She knows feminism. She knows feminism sucks. She knows that men and women have their place. She knows men and women are different, and she acts accordingly. But if her and I were to break up, if I were to just say, Devin, that's it, just boot her out, she would go right back to doing what she was doing before she met me. There's no such thing as a red pill woman. There's no such thing as a woman who is red pilled unless she is being led by a red pill aware male. That's how that works. Women, and again, women only follow you if you're strong. If you're steadfast in your red pill beliefs, if you keep her in line, etc., she's going to fall in. But you have to understand, your relationship is never on autopilot, is what I'm trying to say. So as soon as you take your hands off the controls of the autopilot, the plane is going to crash. This is just how women are. They will follow you until you're not there anymore. So what do I think about them actively trying to red pill women? You don't have to really try to red pill women. I don't think that's a blue pill tactic. The way that you can red pill a woman is to live your life. Just continue to exhibit masculine dominance, and you'll be red pilling her as you go along. Very, very good question. Mika Bebe says, in bed with your girl. What happened to mama jokes, right? Where you guys at? In bed with your moms? All right, let me scroll down a little bit more. Two Fly Drummer is up out of here. Spoiled Milk says, religion is irrational to an extent, so are women, therefore it's a match. That makes sense. Now Spoiled Milk is starting to smell like milk that hasn't expired yet. Good comment there. Enforcer 1975 says, isn't treating people the way you want to be treated just common sense? No, it's not. It's not common sense. You have to understand, man. People say this all the time. Well, you have to treat others the way you want to be treated. On a low level, yes. If you want people to treat you with courtesy, you are courteous to them. But when it comes to your woman, you treat your woman like a woman. You don't want your woman bossing you around. You don't want your woman putting your feet to the fire. You don't need your woman to do any of that stuff because you're a man. So a lot of guys say, well, I treat my woman the way I want to be treated. So I treat her kind and with respect. And listen, you can treat your woman kindly and you can treat her with respect, but she has to earn that respect. She has to earn that kindness. You don't just treat a woman with kindness and respect just because she's a woman. You treat her with kindness and respect if she earns it, if she is worthy. But that's chicken soup for the soul type nonsense. I don't buy into that. Cut to the Chase TV says, then why are you married then? I'm not married. Cut to the chase. Ugh, Jesus. All right, I can see that I'm... There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Nursing school with Shamari Henry. Paul Sanabria is in the house. Good to see you in here too, brother. Says always have a plan B. Absolutely. Peter Aeronauts with the €5. Thanks for the content, Donovan. I appreciate that. Shout out to you, my friend. There's some other stuff up here that oh, never mind. All right, guys, I'm going to go for, what time is it? It's 3 o'clock. I've got a consultation in about a half an hour. Thank you, BK from the Rockies, for timing his dumbass out. Good one. Says, guys, I see a lot of talk, but no likes. Come on, share the love. Yeah, like the video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, etc. And remember, guys, tonight at 6 o'clock on the Red Man Group channel, I'm going to be live with Steve the Dean Williams. We're going to be doing the Red Line. It's going to be, it is the call-in show with me and him. Spoiled Milk just subbed. Appreciate that, Spoiled Milk. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. GF23 Farrakhan 52 says, I can agree with this statement and disagree with it. It depends on the circumstances. If he is with her in your place and he's supposed to be your buddy, then you should beat him down. Well, yes. Like if a buddy of yours bangs your girl in your house, yes, you beat him down, kick her out, of course. Charthers makes an interesting comment. He says you can't know how you're going to react until you see the status of the dude she monkey branches to. Let's see what we got here. Mr. Big Mus 69 says, I used to be just like you, probably banged a few more chicks than you. Congratulations. Guys, listen, we can be whatever we want to be online, can't we? We can be whatever. Everybody, listen, shout out to Mr. Big Mus 69. Who has claimed that he has slept with more women than Donovan Sharpe. Appreciate that. Even though there are no receipts, we have your word to go on. You got it, Mr. Big Miss. Now, what you got to do, go start a channel, right? And tell all these dudes how to sleep with more women than Donovan Sharpe, and you'll be a rich man. Fuck out of here. I hate when guys, dude, it's so funny when guys come in here, oh yeah, I've done. You guys are killing me, man. Ah, Terrence B. Just shared my live video with 2 friends. Appreciate that. Yeah, share my video, man. Share my videos, guys. Good one with the $5 super chat. Says, much love, brother. Just keep on trucking. Appreciate that. Spins says, got receipts. Dudes coming in here. Man, I swear to God, dudes are always all up in the chat. Oh, I bang nothing but 9s, 10s. If she messes up even one time, she gets kicked the fuck out. Bitches ain't shit. Get out of here, man. Like, we can all sit here and say what we would do. You don't know what you would do. Maximilian Kinzet is in the house. Right, Marcus Los Great says, with no receipts, right? That's, again, this is why I started posting pictures of Devin. Because a lot of my detractors were like, oh, Don, the one thing that made me start doing this was when Alan Roger Curry and I had a little dust up. We cleared the air, but somebody in his comments says, yeah, Donovan is X, Y, and Z. He is clearly not who he says he is. Cool. That's when I started posting all those, right? Posting all the pictures of Devin, all the pictures of girls I banged, but then those people are like, oh, you brag too much. Maybe, but now you see the receipts, right? Like, you can't be mad. You can't call me fake and that I'm not who I say I am and then get mad when I start to produce receipts. Like, you can't have it both ways. Okay, we're going to go for probably about 5 more minutes. I love doing shows like this, man. I really do miss doing shows like this. I wish. Ay, ay, ay. Divinity Dandu says quantity don't mean quality. Okay. Captain Crunch 420 says even if you are married, the P word doesn't belong to you. It was just your turn. I agree. I totally agree. Spin says Devin being on the show was a pretty big receipt. Yeah, I've had her on the show a couple of times. Rokan wants to know what channel my show with Steve Dedina is on. It's going to be on the Redman Group channel. It's going to be on the Redman Group channel. It's going to start at 6 o'clock this evening rather than 8 o'clock. And it's going to be 6 o'clock every Friday night from here on out. So just keep that in mind. All right. Let me go a couple more questions. Ray Hanma says, why should a man be mad if his chick cheats? I'm listening, brother. Yeah, you're going to have to listen from the start there, buddy, boy. Yeah. Oh, Kyle nailed it. Yeah, listen, it's okay to be mad if your woman cheats. You have every right to be mad if she cheats. Just don't be mad at the dude. He was just being a man. That's just how it is. Rose Hill asks, should you pay your girlfriend's rent, especially if you don't live with each other? What kind of question is that? Freaking idiot. Rabikilis, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Cheers from Romania. Paul Sanabio's out. He's got a bounce. A G-Kill setup says, I bang more chicks than you equals ugly morgue security guard. Oh, that's hilarious. For you, Just Blazing says, she's not yours. It's just your turn. Thank you. I have said that many times. Appreciate that. Yes, Rainier Lopez has a consultation with me tomorrow. I am looking forward to that. Rose Hill says, let me rephrase the question. If your girlfriend... Oh, Mr. Ming timed him out. I think that was a woman. I'm going to read it anyway. So let me rephrase the question. If your girlfriend needs... Oh, God. If your girlfriend needs help with her rent, should you help her out if you don't live with her? No. Of course not. You kidding me? The only time you should help out a woman... The only time you should help a woman pay the rent is if she lives with you, right? Guys, never, ever pay a woman's rent. Don't pay a woman's rent. Don't pay her bills. Don't pay none of that stuff. But Donovan, you pay the rent. You pay the bills. You pay Devin's this, Devin's that. Yes, because Devin lives with me. And Devin has earned my commitment. But dude, don't pay the rent for some chick you're just banging. Get out of here with that. Martin Scott says, my phone started to play Donovan's intro in a meeting, the part where he said, eat 1,500 calories. People were looking at me all weird. Oh, my God. Marcus wants to know, how do I get a consultation? DonovanSharpe.com/consults. That is with an S on the end. Peter Carlson says, you're going to do a show with Rollo again someday? Yeah. Rollo and I we just needed to make sure some things sort of cooled off. The split between him and Anthony really kind of rocked the Red Pill world. But yeah, Rollo and I, we still talk, we text. He's actually going to be in the fantasy league, so I'm looking forward to that. Detrell Levert says that's a perfect example of some of y'all have quantity, but y'all don't have... Okay, fine. Unnamed source says, do cooties exist or are they an urban myth? No, cooties absolutely exist. From first grade from the time you're a first grader till the time you are a fifth grader, cooties absolutely exist. And cooties comes from girls. If a girl touches you, you have the cooties. This is from first grade to fifth grade. 4th grade. Cooties absolutely exist. There was one other question I wanted to address, but I forgot what it was. No, I guess it got deleted or something. All right, guys. Well, listen. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me shout out my super chatters here. Damn it. I can't see. I don't have a list of my super chatters. But if you guys super chatted, you know who you are. Again, guys, Gorilla Mind Rush. Gorilla Mind Rush, absolutely. Oh, shout out to Book of Alpharonomy with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. He says, great show, great topic and show, Donovan Sharpe. Good to watch you blow. To watch you blow for the Black Manosphere. Good to watch you blow for the Black Manosphere these days. Ray Hanma says you should join Steve the Dean yesterday. Okay. All right. I like that, the Book of Alpharonomy. That's funny. Battle Rifle asks, do you think dating is harder for men in this day and age? Yes. I think that's pretty obvious. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the Red Man Group channel tonight at 6.